You don't say, well, I did this, so I expect this. Or if you don't do this, I'm not going to do that. And if I do less, maybe you'll do more for me. No, you do less. If you start pulling away from the man, what reason does the man have to want to give you more? If he's well adjusted and he knows what his purpose is, what reason does he have to keep investing in the relationship? That's called simping. A man who decides that he's going to chase a woman for her affection in order for himself to feel validated, it's called simping. It is disgusting behavior that is usually taken on by men who either act like white knights or like nice guys. And for those who don't know what those terms are, go to relatum.com, get the book, and read it. You'll find out. But when you exhibit those kinds of behaviors, you are not going to be in your power. You're going to be chasing something in order for validation outside of yourself, and it will never fill the void. You have to have that internal validation. Well, that's called. Oh man, you kind of open. Oh man, there's so many places I can go with that. Yes. Well, I consider that to be codependent. Anyone who acts simpish, anyone who craves the validation of another person, is codependent. I'd consider that either the eternal daughter or the seductress. Those are the female wounded types, to be outlined in my upcoming book, the nurturing woman. But getting back to the point, just because just because you think that you deserve something doesn't mean that you get it. Entitlement will not provide you the expectation that you're looking for, and believing that the less you do for a man, the more he's going to give to you is an outright lie. If a man decides that if a man sees a woman pulling away, and there's no reason for him to work harder in the relationship, he's going to leave. He'll stop trying, and then you're both pooched. I yield the mic.
Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let me say this. We're all grown. If you like or you're interested in someone, you make it clear. I'm not talking about Fred Flintstone uh taking it back to the Neanderthal days and you hit somebody over the head with a rock and you drag them to the cave. You let your intentions be very clear and upfront. The effort has to be reciprocated. If it's not reciprocated, you take your bow and you go about your business until you are in the presence of someone who can truly and fully reciprocate the same efforts that you are giving to you. People who do this type of shit are manipulating. I don't know why. Maybe you just have other intentions that are not very positive, and so you mask what you want out of a person by giving here, taking, giving, then taking. But like Jason said, and I'll be 100. You don't give me nothing. You ain't got to say too much to me. After a while, I'm just going to go ahead and step, and it's simple as that. Why would anybody want to be around somebody who isn't really giving? You know what I'm saying? At least showing interest that you want to be here, that you like the person for whatever capacity you see them for. make it clear, make it known. Otherwise, what's the point? Why are you in my face? Go the fuck on somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It just go ahead.
So one thing I want to add is it goes the same way for doing more. And these are really vague terms. Um, when I hear the less you do for a man, less than what? And that's an important distinction because just saying if you do less compared to what the standard, what you agreed upon, what 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 you both have decided was appropriate for that relationship, what you deem is appropriate. If you're doing less than what you deem is appropriate, or if you're doing less than what you've agreed in the relationship, you are doing yourself as much of a disservice as you are your partner because you are betraying the relationship. The same thing is if you do more. There was an agreement. There's a standard. There is a basis of value of what someone is going to do, what was agreed upon or what was established, let's say. If you do more than that, then you are overdoing it. You're overloading, you're overwhelming. And so then again, that also creates a a mismanagement of the relationship. And I say this from experience because I've been in a lot of relationships and many of them ended because my partner decided that she was going to manipulate the relationship either by taking away or giving too much. And in both cases, I'm like, I can't deal with this. The giving too little, which means that she's giving her efforts elsewhere, I have no tolerance for. I just bounce. I'm like, nope, nope, bye, and I'm done. It's the giving too much that is it's a little bit harder to gauge because if they are giving too much, I mean, you can talk about that and say, "Well, this is all that I need." But if they are so insecure in themselves, they feel like if they don't give more, then then they don't feel like they are worth a relationship, or that they're going to be loved, or that you're going to um, appreciate them. That also is born out of fear. And anyone who knows, anybody who's been in a relationship where you are drowning in the person, in the person's affection, in the person's constant attention, it's like, nah, get away from me. Just go, do anything else. Seriously, anything else. I'm not a puppy. I'm not your child. I'm your partner, and I deserve to be treated as such. And the whole overwhelming or restricting, both of those are signs of abusive relationships. And they're abusive because they're not honoring what the relationship calls for. I yield the mic.
I think of someone who overly gives as someone who has always done it. And I don't know if it's that they've always done it out of it was just how they were brought up. But even I can admit once upon a time in my life, I would exceedingly attempt to be extra tentative to people that I shouldn't have. And it goes back to this phrase that I've heard a number of times: the adorer and the adoree scenario, where one person is more interested in the other person, and like I think that is a part of the problem. I don't know if that's ever been your situation or not, but I know I've been in that space before where I was less interested in the person, and I've been the person that was the less interest. I've been on both sides of it, and I don't know if that's one of the main components here, but it's something that's worth acknowledging, at least for the moment here.